Sherman can give you a very nice edge.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Man Cave Models. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope you've done plenty of building on this, if you are building along. So where I left off last week, I didn't do the front headlights, and I need to get some or liquid mask on the fronts, and also obviously put the glass parts on to do it, but I do need to paint the insides. Ooh, let's see, the insides silver. Oh, I can't see because my fat fingers in the way. That yeah, I do need to paint the insides silver. See if I can zoom in a bit better so it picks it up better. Oh, that's better. That. Yeah, so we need to paint those silver. So I'm going to give, just for an experiment, I have the Arrow Migs real colours. Now this is aluminium, and I'm going to go give it a coat of that inside and see what it looks like, because I don't want to go down the route of spraying it with spraying it if I can help it. So I'm going to give that a quick go. So if I zoom you in a bit, like so, and I grab a headlight, so I can grab there like that, try and get you in the focus, come on. Cool. There. And we give it a, see what it comes out like. You might have to do a couple coats, but it does dry quite quick. So I bought these this set, and to be fair with you, this was I think it's off the chipping set, and there is no way on earth that, I can use it for chipping. The because of the way the nibs seem to sit, they are a little bit thick, so you get like really, if I want to do a big area maybe and then go back in and then add some small chips with paintbrush, then maybe, but at the moment I don't think so, because they're just, like I say, the nib's too big. So if I give you an example, so if I was trying to chip that area there, I can get there like that, but if I go past that edge and I want to chip it, all I get is great big chips. Oh, sorry. Yeah, all I get is great big chips. So I'd probably have to go back over with another one, but like I say, if you get the edge, you can get it. You've got to be really gentle. But if you go past that and you want to come up, expand it a little bit, look, it's not that easy. It's not like you can get a really nice effect. I've seen people try and do this on 1/35 and it doesn't seem to work. So bit of a shame, but they do have their uses. So they do have a use. They're not a complete waste of my money. So yes. So that's probably get away with now, I think. Yeah, I think this is the clear plastic you can get away with God, ooh, lost for words today. Oh, Tamiya cement. That's what I'm looking for. That should look quite cool when it's done. Same with that one. Just making sure I'm saying this. I think the glass, the slots go down. Oh God, it doesn't tell you on here. Well, that one's too late now, it's stuck. So I'm going for the downward mark. I can possibly check on my phone in a minute. Actually, I think it's downward. I don't think I'm wrong. There, give them a sec to dry. Yeah, I'm correct. The line's face downwards. So we went to Tank Fest, and I took a load of photos of one of these, which has been really handy. And on our Facebook group, Man Cave Models UK, I posted all the pics for this. So if you are looking at pictures, there are some on that group. So feel free to go along and join. It doesn't cost nothing, and it can be helpful. So yeah, so we're just going to let them go off a minute, and then I shall have to mash them up. I'll probably do that off camera for what it is. It's just a bit fiddly to try and do it with the camera in the way. Okay, so let's get that done, and then I shall be back. So we've got those painted. Oh, so the insides are painted, and I've masked, fiddly aren't they, masked the glass off. And yes, the lines go down. I already said that anyway. So we'll get those fitted. Pull this off if it'll come off. Okay. You have to excuse the turret, bottom of the turret that's on there at the moment, guys, because it's just test fitting like you do. So they just pop into there and there. So what I did in the end was I soaked this bit with the glue, and then clamped it and left it clamped for, oh god, I don't know, ages. And it tucked in there quite nicely, because they according to the picture, they are just bent to the shape of the hull. Of course, get these on, and then that gets us in the part of doing the rest of it then. So I have decided I will put the tools in that on, but I will do that after we after we've textured the hull, because this hull, it looks, the details are really nice. That's a real nice cast effect on that, but it's very fine. And on the photos, this is a lot smoother. And the problem I think you're gonna get is when you paint it, if you give it a wash, it's going to sit in all the little bits, so you might find it hard to transition the colour. I've got one I did, not with this, it's the other cast hull with the hatches that way. It's an old RC kit that I went through around it all with a Dremel, and that I really it's a bit like this, but I need to go back over the top of it with some filler and repaint it. But it's an old kit, and it's a job for a completely different day. So that's them for a minute. We'll let them dry off, and then we are on page 15. We're on page 15, adding light guards. That last filler, rear lights, vents, armor plate for the side, and bits of the mud guards here, and the siren. And hopefully we'll get this done in this video quite. I say yesterday, no, not yesterday, but the last video. Oh God, I could not. So my editing software does not give me a true time of what a video length of the video is, and I know that's with speeding things up, slowing things down, until it converts it. So I was a bit governed, and I really don't. And the trouble is, I try not to speed too much stuff up, and because it's that sort of part of the build where you just need to. It's nice to talk your way through it, and I don't really want to miss it for you. So you have to excuse me gabbering on sometimes, but it's just me trying to get it across. I know some of you are really good modelers out there, and you don't need me to gabber. You just want to see what's going on. But then some people do need to see it going on. So. You can always put me on fast forward. On mute, fast forward, you have a nice easy video then. But yeah, alright, so we're just going to let them go off, and then we shall get on with the rest of the bits, and I will shut up. So we've had a little bit of drying time. We'll move this out of the way for a minute. And we are now looking at part 15, well, it's 15 actually. We're going to start off with these and then do the back lights. We'll put the holder in for the shovel, get that on. Well, we'll just get it done. Get rid of that, need that or that for a minute. I shall just get busy cutting stuff out, and like I say, I'll keep myself quiet. Yeah, let's get busy. So. So guys, I found with those lights, they're quite a tight fit, the glass. Stick a little bit of glue on the plastic bit before you stick it in, and it goes in quite easy. It makes it life a little bit easier for you. Carry on. So yeah, a little bit vague on this bit. Always do the wrong way. Yeah, a little bit vague on this bit. So this is our air vents. So one there, F11, which is this nice big part, and F18, which is this part. It's got cast texture on it. Now it's saying, according to this, that F18 goes into this part, but it's not actually saying what way round it goes. So according to that, if you look, if you can see there, that if you look just at the end of the arrow, there's a little bit sticking up, and on these parts there is no bit sticking up, and I think it goes like that. So I think it goes in that way, so you can just see the two cast parts. But I'm not 100% certain. So let's have a look, see what they are on the hull. A bit annoying. It's not overly clear. So I think that sits like that, and then I think that sits in there like that. Like that. So that little bit's there and there. That's what I think. And to be, as you can't really see it, I think I'm just going to go for that because I don't know. I don't know, and I don't see why you would put that in there like, well, you might do actually, because it's a vent. That in there like that. So when you look at it, from the side, you can't see it anyway. Right there. So when you sit on the side like that, you can't see it like that. But that does fit in there like that. Oh, decisions. The fact you can't see them, let's just stick them in that way, and you can't see it anyway, so, and that does fit in that recess, so. So my kitten's been asleep for an hour or so now. That does mean that the little tearaway will probably be up and pester me in a minute and destroy everything. Also, look, because it's hot, I'm wearing shorts, and my legs look like oh, Freddy Krueger, definitely Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Those. We've got to add this part and these two parts. So I'll just get a drill bit, drill that out again. Yeah, one drill bit. So when you look on this, I don't know if I showed you the last time I did this, so I'm going to do it again. So if I can get in it, yeah. So it's a groove, goes down, and there's like a curve to the groove. And you've got to sit your drill bit right at the top of that groove. And it doesn't take a lot to go through. go. There and there. You see it's a little bit cooler today. I haven't got my fan going. God, boiling it hot. Nice to be motoring through a few little bits, to be fair. This plastic is really nice to work with. It sands up pretty easy. Cuts pretty well, which is nice on the when you've got D handles and stuff, because if the plastic is a bit brittle, they tend to snap when you cut them out. The little far. There you go. That will just clear out the anything that sticks up, because it's rock hard. It will only pick up the high parts. There you go. Really good fit. A little bit of a squeeze, and just go back over the top. Not too worried, because like I say, we're going to retexture this, get rid of this line. That's not fixed in, by the way. I didn't glue that in. That's solely there just to double check the fit of this one, so that I can come back off of that. Keep that to one side. So, just the rigid mudguard supports on there, which is A10. Find A parts. Not that bit, is it? And oh yeah. So we want 31. That's 31, 30, and file again. I'm sorry guys if I don't get all this in sometimes. The kit's quite big. And the camera doesn't like the fact that it's a big kit. I've got a certain amount of area, and if I zoom out, you end up with miles of difference. I'll show you. Oh, there, that's me zoomed out, and so you can just see what I'm doing. And if I zoom in like that, you get good detail, but you only end up with a work area of, say, well, not very big. Although you have got a bigger work area, it's just this takes up that much room. So yeah, so I'll try and get it in and out when I can. Right, so these go, oh lovely doublies that way, and that one goes that way. Right, kindly put, why couldn't they put the sink holes in that side? Sink marks there, look, they need filling. One there, one there. Piddly little one there, look. Alright, I'll get these filled, they need to go off, so I'll get them filled and I shall be back. Alright, after a little bit of sanding, a bit of filling and sanding, just got those injector pin marks out. Fit those, so it's like an easy fit. I think I'll fit them, and then I'll probably have to sand, fill that joint again. But for a minute, just double check the fit before we go further. Yeah, it looks like it'll be a pretty good fit. Get that going. That just leaves some photo etched on the. That will leave the photo etched rear light guards. Oh, guys, I can get this thing zoomed in and out. Same with that one. That's quite strong, that. So I've just, I can't think of the name of the kit. So I just bought the Andy Hobbies tank destroyer, and I can't remember the bloody if it's M10, is it? So it'd be an interesting comparison to the two kits. I know the some of it's obviously different, like the hull and that, because it's not got conventional turret. All the hulls different because of the shape of it, but just like the odds and bods part of the side of things. So we'll see. I might need to stick that on there for a minute, just to make sure that lines up and dries the way we want it to. Guys, we're getting there. We're getting close to texture. Now this side, for some reason, takes a lot of squeezing down. It ends up with a slight gap there. That's okay. So we'll leave that. See that? Nice bit of flexion that still. We'll let that go off anyway. And then decide whether we want to glue this in place, which we can do now, in all fairness. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. We're not so the air intakes will fit on the back, the exhausts fit in. Don't put that bit in for a minute. So really, in all fairness, there's probably no reason why we don't get the two halves glued together. Good. Anyway, we'll let that dry a minute, and then I'll get back to these photo etched parts, which it's actually. I'll just talk about it when we're ready to do it. It should be in a minute. I'll back in a second. So our next job on this is the rear light covers. You can which I photo-etched. So let's get this out of the way a minute. Get this down. Nice solid board I use for. I didn't use it last time I did photos because I couldn't find it. It's what you get when you move everything around. Got loads of things I can't find. It's really annoying. You know, it's what day is it today? It's Tuesday today. Luckily I've got a bit of time off, which is quite nice. We've been out and about, so I thought, oh, I know, we'll go take a trip to Paynton, which is 19 miles away. Well, they've got a model shop there. We'll have a park in the town centre. It's not too far to walk for my wife. She's got sore feet at the moment, so we thought we'd take a trip there. I'll go in the model shop and have a look, and it's not too bad for her, gets her out of the house. And guess what? The bloody model shop's gone. It's no longer there, closed down. So, which leaves me here. So for me, so that means like, oh, okay, great. Because where I live, we had 3 model shops, and all 3 of them closed down eventually. So that leaves another one which is Newton Abbot, which is 12 mile, and they're a nice little shop. They just don't have lots in there. So if you want to go in for paints and different things, old some bods, so to speak, maybe. But if you want to go in and browse and see what different types of, all the different types of paints, like Mr. Hobbies and all this malarkey, no chance. Kits. All I can say is limited selection. So it's not for it. It's more for, they sort of cater for everybody. So it's a little of everything. So then that brings me to the next one. So where's the nearest model shop, so to speak? So that would be then Barnstable, Dorchester, which is the Tank Museum. Yeah, it's just so annoying, isn't it? You know, people say, you know, you should support your local hobby shop. Well, I haven't got one to support. And when we did have one, I was always supporting them. Yeah, because when we had them, they didn't really have the internet, so it's not the internet didn't close it down. The lack of hobbyists closed it down. Yeah, just really annoying, because it means you've got to buy virtually anything you want. You need to buy off online. And I don't know about you guys, but it is nice to go into a shop and then you see this or you see that, and you think, or you see some different type of washes or something like that which you wouldn't have seen because you haven't looked online for them. Or there's a kit that you see that you haven't seen and you think, oh, that's a nice kit, I'll get that. That browse part of you, that's the bit that you miss out on. Which is a real shame. So yeah, for me, so the biggest model shop I've got to go to is Dorchester, which is about hour and a half away from us. If I want to go and have, mind you, I say that we did Tank Fest tickets, so we get in free all year round to the next Tank Fest or show, which is quite nice, because you could always go have a cup of coffee, and if they've got what you're building in there at that time, you can go and take a load of reference photos, which is quite good, I suppose, but still a chore just to go and have a look at a few models. Right. Excuse me, I'll shush my mush and show you what the issue I think we have here at the moment is. Right, so guys, this is our brass pots, which are there and there, and our instructions for it is a simple instruction: bend. Anybody work out what's wrong with that? That's all it says, bend. There's no radius to bend it to, or anything, but that radius has to be right for that to be in the right place. And also on the top of the hole where they go, so they go here, I can't see any markings to whereabouts they sit, so it doesn't even give you a clue on the, where they sit. So I don't think they're going to be a dead tight fit on top of that, so it's just a case of working out what size we want to do that. I can, so get my trusty calipers out. So they are 6.2 mil. So I'm thinking if we did, what's that? We do, that's too tight, 7 mil. I think we might be there. I'll make the mistake so you guys can learn by it. I think that's yeah, it would be nice if they'd done like a oh, I can't think what you call them. They're oh, nope, what's it called? It's like a mode, and you put it on the mode. There's a name for it and I can't think what it is. I'm sure somebody can let me know in the comments, but I know what it is. I just can't. In my head, it's not telling me. So let me try and dig out something at 7 mil a minute. So I couldn't find anything at 7 mil. It's got a from one of my knives. But I have got this set here, and so this is slightly smaller than the 8 mil. It sits in there like that nice little wearing groove. So what I was going to do is put them in as central as I can get it, like that, and then squeeze them down. Now what I did before I did this was I heated the brass up to cherry red with just with a lighter. Give it a bit of a rub down and clean off any excess rubbish on it, and then let it cool down. It gives us pretty not too bad a shape. I'll just do it again just to get that shape in there. That's the smallest bit I could get. And oh, you little turds. So there are there's marks on this. I've done it one way on the marks on that one, so the marks were showing, and I've just done the marks on this one, and guess what? It's wrong. Wrong way round. That long bit has to go to the side. Start again. Luckily it's brass and I can flatten it. And as I've softened it, it shouldn't snap. So it has to go that way round. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. That long bit has to go on the side. I'll show you in a second. And then on that mark, there's a on there into that mark. I think that's where it bends. And that one just comes around about there. And that. You know he's over it in a minute once it's near where you want it. But essentially that's it. Now I've already put one of these on. Why they've done it out of well, it's not that I'm complaining about the brass, to be fair, because sometimes it's nice. But the trouble, they don't give us anywhere for location for it. It doesn't fit as nice as we'd like it to. So roll him in, roll him, why? So there's one. See what I mean? Where it sits there. If you come back any further, it seems to sit too high. So I shall. So he sits. But I'll have to glue him off camera because it's a bit awkward trying to get this in and film it at the same time. But basically, it sits like that. I don't know if you can see that. It sort of sits a bit like that. A bit more straighter up, like that. Alright. So I shall get that on and then I shall be back. Right. So that's, there you go. That's them in place. Go on, zoom in please. There. I don't think it's perfect, but horses for courses with this one. To be fair, they're both pretty good in place. Yeah, could have been some nice markings, or I still can't think of the name of that bloody thing. So if you were to do a buck, that's what it's called. It's called a buck. So they could have made a buck that you could have put your photo etch and bent it around to do that shape, but they haven't. Or even give you the alternative to put plastic ones on if you wanted to, because not everybody, not everybody's great with photo etch. Me, I'm terrible at it. It's one of those things. If I can avoid photo etch, I do. I've been modelling for, oh god, let's see, 35, 40 years, and I still don't like photo etch. So that brings us to bim bim bim, there, page 16, and that means virtually texture time. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to call it a day for this on the video today. We have some extra bits to add, but obviously I want my next video up to doing the turret longer than a short time. Less than an hour, longer than half an hour. Let's put it that way. And also, I think, looking at some of these, I'll zoom you in a minute. Tying eyes here. These little devils. They're a bit rudimentary. Actually, I'm going to say they're crap. No, I take that back. They are rubbish. So we're going to make our own. Some soldering wire and a little jig thing that I made for making them. And I've made loads of tying eyes over the years with that, and it will look a lot nicer than that. So on the next video we'll carve these off, and then we'll make some new ones, I think, because they're just not very nice, to be fair. And if you wanted to put straps on your tools, you're going to struggle really, and that would have been a nice addition, wouldn't it? Some buckles and stuff like that for putting your tools on, because none of it's strapped down. But anyway, so zoom back out. Come on, I always do the wrong way. I don't know why, I just do. It's like, don't touch that switch. What switch? That one. The one that electrocutes. That. Guaranteed I'm going to do it every time. But guys, anyway, that will do it for this one for now. Have a great week. If you are building along and you're at the same stages, then leave us a comment how you're getting on. If you've got any pics, if you go to my Facebook group, which is Man Cave Models UK, feel free to post them. Join the group, discuss the build. There are, like I said, there is obviously I think 1/16th Sherman Modelling Group on Facebook as well, and they are doing some lovely builds of this. They're doing a far better adding everything, so it's a better job than what I'm doing. I am doing the basic straight out of the box virtually kit for newer comers and people that just sometimes just want to build something without having to add everything to it. So yeah, so from me, like and subscribe please, it helps the channel. I've had plenty of new subscribers and plenty of views on some of these videos over the last few weeks. Thank you everybody, and I shall catch you next week. Bye for now.
A Sherman can give you a very nice edge